Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Ohio Guys here. I'm Christian Ocampo and today I'm being joined by Tiffany Terrell. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for joining me for this interview, which I think it might be your first one.
It is. It really is.
Well,
So thank
it's an honor to be the first ones to interview you. So we have a couple of questions we'd like to ask you for your very first interview.
Okay.
First of all, what is it like working in the industry today?
So for me personally, I started in 2003. So how it is now versus what it was back then is I'm a lot more comfortable in it because I've met more and more other voice actors and gotten to know more of the directors. So it feels a lot more like a community than it did when I first started, and was still really nervous and still trying to meet everybody and not knowing exactly who was who, but just knowing the voices and not the faces. But it's this really great community, and a lot of people are friends outside of the studio, and that's what's really, I think, has been the big change for me being in the industry from when I started to where I am now.
All right. So during your time in the industry, what is your favorite show you have been in?
So I always have a very soft spot for Angelic Layer because that was my very first show.
Hmm.
And that was a great way to get introduced, I think, into the anime community as well, because it was such a great show to begin with. Um, and so that one will always have a very special place in my heart because that was like the first one. And that was when I was like, okay, I love this. I want to keep doing this.
Awesome. I should put one of those questions. I should. We can talk about that later. Well, why don't we do that? Why don't we just add that as a question? What was it like working on Angelic Layer?
It was great. It was, like I said, it was my very first anime after my audition. So it was really how I learned. I mean, I had my audition, and that sort of gives you a taste of how the recording process works. But this was really my first time of being in the room and hearing all of the audio in my ears and having to match up the lip flaps. And I mean, that was just, it was a crash course. But
Hmm.
because the show was so well written and all of the actors were so amazing, it just made it such a magical experience. And it was a great time and a great place to learn how to be a voice actor.
Oh, wow, it taught you a lot.
It did. It really did.
Well, well, I'm actually glad you enjoyed your first show. Because now coming up, another earlier ADV show that you worked on. What was it like working on Canon?
Uh, I loved that show. That was such a crazy, off the wall character, and Kyle was such a wonderful director, and um, Makoto had all of these sort of crazy, wild scenes and made all of these wild noises, and I just sort of had free reign to go. And um, it was also a wonderful experience because I knew the other actors I was acting in scenes with. So I thought I knew what to expect from their voice performances if they had recorded before me. But once we were finally in the studio and some of them had laid down their tracks before me, I mean, it was a really moving experience. And I think it was the only time I've actually ever cried in the booth. Honestly cried because it was just such a beautiful story and so well acted and such a wonderful, it was just a great time. Um, and that was the first time too I actually got sort of um, recognition within the fan community, which was a really new and interesting experience as well.
That show is one of my favorites, personally. It's
Yeah.
it's got so many emotions, and it's the people who made that show made some other great series. So
Yes, they did.
Canon just it's up there. It's one of the top tier jerkers.
Yeah.
So next question, and another show you worked on, was like working on Dano Coil.
Oof. That one was a tough show. Um, Matt, as a director, is so invested in keeping the honesty of the performance and honoring the original show, and it actually also took me a little while to figure out exactly what was going on because it's such a unique story and um, sort of such a crazy sci-fi experience. And it did. It was just like, okay, what's going on? Wait, okay, explain to me again. How is this happening? What is this? What? But once you actually saw it all put together, I mean, it was a lot. Yeah, but it was great. I always love. I don't think there's a single show I've ever worked on that I've just been like, meh, whatever. Everything's been every show is special in its own way and has their own experiences that go with recording it.
All right, another question, and now we're going to go to the syntax section. What was it like working on AKB 0048?
I loved it because I had actually done some live theater with Chris as the director, and so Chris is wonderful because he knows what to say to me because we worked in live theater to get what he wants out of the performance. And then with AKB 0048, at the time, it was a picture of the who's who of voice actors, of the female voice actors, and actually getting the chance to sing a little bit, which we don't usually get to do. It was nerve-wracking and exciting, and I actually got to play some scenes with a fellow voice actor, Beth Lazaro, who she and I had actually been friends since high school. So there were these people that I had been friends with my entire life that we were finally getting to do an anime together, which was a really neat experience.
Such a cute show.
Yes.
Except for the settings.
Yes. Well, and that's the show. People ask, what's the weirdest thing you've ever played? And it's like, I played an intergalactic pop star who fought bad guys who had a giant robot. So yeah, that's usually
nutshell.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of space and galactic forces, what was like working on Bodacious Space Pirates?
Bodacious Space Pirates was fun, and being able to do both seasons was even better, but there was a bit of a break between season 1 and season 2. And I played 2 characters in season 1 that turned out sharing scenes together in season 2. So in season 2, it was a little bit, okay, luckily I had modified my voice enough between the 2, but having to do a scene against myself, that was the first time, and that was a unique challenge, but again, a great time, and always getting to work with Chris is always a pleasure.
All right, now another very cute show that many people enjoy. What was like working on Girls und Panzer?
Girls und Panzer. That too. That was so much fun because it was all of the incredibly strong female VAs that are here in Houston working on that show. And what was great too is being able to revisit it when we recorded the movie version and some of the extras and special episodes that went with it. And then I went and saw it when they showed it at our Alamo Draft House here in Houston. So that was a lot of fun too. Getting to see it up on the big screen and sharing it with fans and with my fellow voice actors that were there.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
All right, now it's time for the funny question. If you could be any character you have played in real life, who would you be? And you can mix and match.
I there is part of me that would love to be Makoto because she's so just a wild spirit and so much fun. Um, but I just I don't know. I think it would have to be Makoto, except for the whole, spoiler alert, turning back into a fox thing. I mean, that would be it. But yeah, she's always so much fun and has such a great spirit about her that it was just an honor to be her English voice.
All right, I'll take that one.
Yeah.
All right, so is there anything else coming out that you can talk about or anything you want to plug in at this time?
No, I don't really have anything. I don't currently have anything in the pipeline. I sort of took a step back towards the end of last year. I actually am newly married, so I was focusing on that. But new year, new opportunities. So hopefully I'll have something soon.
Okay, well, congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you. Oh.
So, I got a last question, and we asked to everyone. Any
Okay.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any other social media for the fans to contact you?
Sure. I am on Twitter and Instagram actually as Tifferific. Tifferrific. That is where I am, and you can message me. I do apologize if it takes me a while to get back to you. I sometimes, my normal everyday job here in Houston is I actually am a traffic reporter on the radio. So I keep really weird hours. And also, too, that explains why in a lot of shows I am a news reporter or I'm the AI because I am a reporter. So, but yes, please feel free. I'm always willing to take some time to say hi and thank you. And I hope that everyone has a great time. And I really enjoy being a voice actor, and I hope that comes through in all of my performances.
Yeah. Well, again, we hope to see you more shows in the future.
Yes, me too.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for this interview. Also, how guys, and I know our viewers appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I certainly appreciate the time.
All right. Well, thank you, and thank you, everyone. We will see you all next time. I'm Christian, and she's Tiffany,
I'm Tiffany.
and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.